Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say call hello, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Pradash. It's in double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. We send much peace, love, and salutations to Yahakim out there pushing the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and sincere and true. It's a brother Ariala. And on this lesson, I'm going to make this quick. I don't know what I'm exactly going to title it, but the whole idea of being a Hebrew homeboy. This brother is a cool dude. He cool. He real cool. The Hebrew frat house spirit, it gets played out, especially when you're not on point. And for you brothers that have rank amongst the camp, you heads of camps, even guys like this, they linger around within the camp. They linger around within the camp. Brothers love these guys. They're fun to be around. But especially if they're not on point and they're distracting the rest of the brothers from being on point, it can be a very dangerous situation. Okay, so I want to talk about that a little bit. I know brothers deal with this all across the camps, and we've even had to deal with heads of camps that had this spirit. Former heads of camps. Let me rephrase that. Former heads of camps that had this spirit, man. Party boys. Now, there's nothing wrong with really, because I'm a person that I'm not going to just sit around at the crib. Anybody that knows us from in Dallas, they know that me and Elder Yashawamba are kind of like polar opposites. And that's why we worked well as a team for all these years. Elder Yashawamba is more of just chill. He don't really do much to get him out the crib. It's very difficult. It's a celebration for me sometimes to even get him to go out to eat. So, but for me, I'm ready to get up and move around. You know what I'm saying? If I, visit a brother in one of their towns or their cities, I'll be like, hey, let's walk around. Let's do something. Shit, I can't just sit there. But how I make up for that is by being fucking on point. And making sure that when my elder calls upon me, that I am on point, I am prepared, and I do my job to a very high degree of success. You got guys that are into being party boys, but you're trash. You're unreliable. Your daily life's all jacked up. You're a liability. You're unaccountable. Okay, and that's a problem. That just live frat, when as soon as the officers or brothers of rank leave, it's just, you take the robe off, so to speak, man. You become a full-blooded Roman with the, toga parties, doing keg stands, after class, just tripping. That ain't the spirit that we ought to be in, man. So I'm going to read a few scriptures and talk about this a little bit, Lord willing, it's edifying for you leaders. If you have points or comments, you can add them into the chat. This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1. It says, for as much then as Hamashiach Yahweh shall have suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. All right? You have to have a mindset of suffering anything, putting things off. For he that have suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin, that he no longer should live of the rest of his time in the flesh to the lusts of men, but to the will of the Most High. For the time past of our life may suffice to us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness, lusts, excess of wine, revelings, banqueting, and abominable idolatries, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the excess of riots, speaking evil of you. Now, this is talking about being caught up in the Gentile world, being caught up in the world of the heathen, so that you can basically have a stain on your character, a stain on who you are, man. It talks about revelings. I wanted to get that word revelings. Really, you could go and study all these words here: lasciviousness, revelings, the excess of wine. That toga party spirit, man. We are not to be in that spirit. Revelings, riotings. When you look this up, it says a nocturnal, meaning at night, and riotous procession of half-drunken and frolicsome fellows who after supper parade through the streets with torches and music in honor of Bacchus or some other deity. And now they have it to where it's full on nightclubs and everything like that, right? Bacchus or some other deity, and sing and play before houses of male and female friends, hence used generally of feast and drinking parties that are protracted till late at night and indulge in revelry. And so you got brothers that come around into the camps, and that's why they are here. They are here to eat chicken and drink and be a Hebrew frat boy in the camp. But they're a liability. They're a liability to the camp. They're always getting themselves or some other brother into some type of situation, and they always don't know. Oh, I know. I didn't know. Well, I didn't think that was good. You never think. They don't ever think that was going to happen. They never consider. Okay? They don't think two, or they don't even think one step ahead. They just do shit, just impulsive. You'll see them, and they'll, you'll hear a story of them being at some bar getting drinks. They come around the brothers, put like we said, knuckles in the ranch. First person to eat, last person to eat. Okay? Knuckles deep in the ranch. And then 3 days later, they'll come and ask the Akian for some gas money because, I was a little short on my bills. We don't help brothers like that. We ain't doing that no more. We don't do that. Jake bullshitting, doing all this, and then they want to come and say he's a little short on their bills. Well, you're going to have to figure it out. I told the brothers a few weeks ago, don't ask us. Go ask your mama. Go ask your mama, man. Because that's what you need. Okay? We're not here babysitting, man. So if you got brothers that's in that riotous, frat boy spirit, don't placate to that bullshit. This ain't no friend of the prophet. He's a good brother. He's a good brother. No, he ain't. He ain't on point. He needs to get his shit together and take this truth more seriously. Okay? Earn the right to go get you a drink by being on point in your daily life, by being accountable to the brotherhood. Okay? You got a brother that's on point. They always there. They always on time. They don't never ask for nothing. And your brother go around the corner to the local dive bar, get him a shot, sit and watch the game or whatever. That's fine. But if you ain't never on point, you bullshitting, and everything you say, you gotta listen to it with AI ears to decipher it to see what the hell the brother's saying. Those brothers don't, they don't go very far. Not with us anyway. We try to limit that. And we are limiting that more. Okay? This is Proverbs chapter 23, verse 20. All right? This is in the NLT. I'm going to start at verse 19. It says, "My child, listen and be wise. Keep your mind on the right course. Do not carouse. Carouse means to hang out. Do not carouse with drunkards or feast with gluttons, for they are on their way to poverty, and too much sleep clothes them in rags." You see? Those guys that always want to be out and about, and there's one particular guy, the former head of Mississippi, comes to mind. You love that brother. Always, he's great to hang out with. When they would say, "Hey man, we coming down to Dallas," this is back when we was younger. This 10 years ago, more than that. It's like, hell yeah, con. But when you see that brother got stuck in that lifestyle of wanting to eat and drink and be the toga party guy, and it took his spirit, and he just became a waste man, became a liar, all types of just ridiculousness. When the scriptures warn you not to carouse around with those guys, man. You know? Then we find out he going all across the country spilling wine all over the goddamn place. You got guys that's in the camp that's like that. You got to straighten them out and tell them to get their priorities straight. And you don't do it by peddling to these guys and facilitating them by helping them out in every situation that they get themselves into. Certain brothers get themselves into stupid ass situations. Don't be a crutch. They're going to have to eat that and figure it out. At least they keep doing it again and again and again and not repent and be reprobate. Okay? Now we read the scripture here, and I always make the point to the brothers about this. This in Proverbs 31, that this is a warning to King Lemuel. Like Lemuel. It says, the words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. This is Proverbs 31:1. What, my son, and what the son of my womb, and what the son of my vows, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. It is not for kings, O Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink, lest they drink and forget the law and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts. Okay? So you're not supposed to be in the mindset of being a fucking loser, man. You're supposed to be in a mindset of victory. Okay? If you get caught up into being a wine bibber, you're going to be forgetful. Trust me, I know. Experience. To where you was like, man, I got to cut that off. That's ruined. It's fucking me up. You got to cut that off, man. You know? And then what happens when you're the party guy, nobody takes you seriously. When it is time for you to speak up, everybody's like, haha, this guy. You don't feel like that. Trust me. You don't feel like that, man. We're not here to be Hebrew homeboys. This is not some kumbaya, you know, we just come hang out, I'm the DJ, chant down Babylon and there's a chicken done. You got guys that get this twisted. Don't get me wrong, man. It's important for brothers to congregate, fellowship, talk, build. You didn't grow up in a Hebrew temple. We understand that. So there's a level of character and culture that has to be laid down. You got certain brothers that come into the camp that have no life experience. You're not going to just get it by osmosis. You're going to have to mentor brothers. Brothers be young and immature and inexperienced. But there's a level to certain things where, a guy's just around and it's like he ain't never had no friends before, man. He's losing his damn mind and forgetting the purpose of why we're being gathered together. You got to make sure to come back and remind the camp and remind brothers, even remind ourselves of what we're doing here. Okay? At least you be called up. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 3. It says, sorrow is better than laughter. Sorrow is better than laughter. For by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. The mind is made better. What is it? It's a more disciplined mind. When you're in that goofy toga party spirit, you're not in a disciplined mind. All right? And that goofy goofball spirit is infectious. It rubs off on other brothers. And you'll look up, you'll be in a situation where you with brothers, you trying to be serious, and then the one toga party guy comes around, and now all of a sudden the room is filled with a bunch of goofballs. And you gotta snap the room back in order. So be mindful of that spirit. Verse 4 says, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. Okay? The heart of the wise is in a house of seriousness, mourning. You're being deliberate with your mind. You're thinking. You're processing. You're being circumspect. Toga party guys don't never be so. They don't never know what the hell is going on, man. They always caught off guard by things in life. They always didn't know. They always didn't think about that. Some they get themselves into. You listen to the story, and there's 1,000,001 holes in the story of stupid ass decisions. It ought not be so, man. It ought not be so. Okay? This is the book of Sirach, chapter 37, verse 28, man. I'm going to start up, though. 27, that's good. It says, my son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it. For all things are profitable for all things are not profitable for all men, neither have every soul pleasure in everything. So when you see one brother that does a certain thing, that might not be what you can do. You see, you'll see young brothers do this. They want to emulate and copycat everything they see maybe an older brother does. No, that might not be for you, man. You got to know what's evil for your soul, for your life, and stay away from it. You know, certain brothers don't need to be having a whole bunch of women. Certain brothers need to just be by themselves and be a monk. They fall in love, destroy their life. Certain brothers don't need to have a whole bunch of money. They just get enough to be content in life. And just move forward with that. Certain brothers don't need to be at the bottom. Can't handle it. Turn into a complete asshole demon. Certain brothers don't need to go out and be around other people like that. They need to just be in the echo chamber of the Hebrew Israelite movement and focus on the chariots coming back. Because every time they go outside, they turn into a werewolf. You know? Or it could be vice versa. Some brothers, you can't be just a hermit sitting up in the house and you lose your damn mind. You mean go take a walk, go hug a tree, something. I don't know. Figure it out. But you got to be circumspect about your soul and your life and understand the limitations according to what Yahweh Shem Yahushua has given to you. Verse 29 says, be not insatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats. Okay? For excess of meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choler. So being excess, doing too much, eating rich foods, greedy. You know, you guys still got Jake that go and eat goddamn church of chicken and, you know, just tripping. Sneaking orange soda. What are you doing? Okay, it says, by surfeiting have many perished, but he that taketh heed prolongeth his life. So, you know, this word surfeit, you look it up, and I'm gonna get it in the noun too. Well, I mean the verb. Let's get it. You know, but this is in the etymology online. Surfeit. It says, indulge to excess, overdo. Especially overeat, feed to excess, overeat so as to disorder digestion, feel and disgust, cloy, nauseate with overabundance of anything. And we're taught to basically surfeit in this society. All right. When you go up, it says immoderate behavior, unhealthy overindulgence, especially in food and drink. All right, so the scriptures just tell us don't do too much, man. Do one much, not too much. Okay, and that's what happens a lot of times. We get with brothers, you get in that married spirit, and you eat too damn much, and you drink too damn much, and then we got to report the next day of some BS that went down. Okay, we ain't in a time where brothers can get away with that. All right, those 15, 20-year-old problems. Okay. Now we know brothers ain't gonna be perfect, but we ain't in a time where you can just to be an absolute dumbass, especially that toga party spirit. If you're the toga party guy, that's an issue, man. Okay, get it together. All right, especially if your life is not put together, man. Jake be having to get help from everybody in the camp, but want to be the toga party guy. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 verse 7, it says, "For yourselves know how ye ought to follow us, for we behave not ourselves disorderly among you. Neither did we eat any man's bread for naught, but wrought with labor and travail night and day, that we might not be chargeable to you, to any of you. Not because we have not power, but to make ourselves an example unto you to follow us. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat. For we hear that there are some which walk among you disorderly, not working not at all, but are busybodies." And you got a lot of these times, you got toga party guys that's in the camp. They bring out maybe one or two scriptures. All right, they don't really do anything else amongst the camp, but they a cool dude. They a Hebrew homeboy. We're not here for that. We're not here for Hebrew homeboys. This is not the Hebrew homeboys, book reading club where we just get together and eat chicken. No, that ain't what we're doing. All right, so we hear there's some brothers that are busybodies. Let's get that definition.
Strong's G 4020. Periergazomai. Periergazomai.
Periergazomai says to bustle about uselessly. To busy oneself about trifling, needless, useless matters. Used apparently of a person officiously inquisitive about others' affairs. All right, but the point I really want to hinge on is just trifling about needless and uselessly. All right, like the Apostle Tahar likes to say, a third titty. We don't need it. Don't be a third titty in the camp. Don't be a third titty in the camp, man. Why? Because what is the point of a busybody? All right. Now, in verse 12 it says, "Now them that are such we command and exhort by our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, that with quietness they work and eat their own bread." All right. "But ye, brethren, be not weary in well doing." You're gonna help brothers. "And if any man obey not our word by this epistle, note that man and have no company with him, that he may be ashamed. Yet count him not as an enemy, but admonish him as a brother." All right. So he's gonna be noted and have no company with him. He's gonna be kind of off over there, man. All right, brothers that's not on point, not doing what they need to be doing. All right, stirring up problems, being goofy. Okay. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, and I'm sure you brothers going to add comments and scriptures into the chat to bring this lesson full circle. But that's something to watch out for within the camps, man. You don't want to catch yourself being that guy. Oh yeah, he a cool brother, man. We just like to hang out with him. But other than that, you don't bring nothing to the table. That ain't what we're here for. That ain't what we're here for, man. All right. So with that, man, we're gonna say call hello Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and salutations to Yakim out there pushing the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, sincere and true. Shalom.